Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Codex After Dark. What if, whatever? We're going to be talking about a lot of awesome stuff tonight, specifically multiverses. We're going to have a nice long conversation about alternate timelines in comic books and movies. And we're also going to talk favorite multiverse titles and or storylines. And don't forget, we got our polls and or hauls coming at you this week. Dan's going to take that away, followed by Kevin, then Sal, and myself. Also, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the people that are with me today. The show couldn't be done without them. Otherwise, I'd be talking to myself, and that's not very cool. Down below, we have Kevin. Over to his side, we have Dan, and up above, we have the lusciously lighted Sal Slab Guy. Gentlemen, how is it going on this beautiful Saturday night?
Going good. How about you, man?
Very good, very good. So, Sal, good. So, Sal, why don't you let everybody know where they can find you when you are not sitting here in this glowing awesomeness?
Okay. You guys can find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner and also under Instagram as a Slab Guy 77. Thank you, Dan.
There you go, guys. Don't forget, find Sal on YouTube. Dan, how about where you are, what you do, and what you can offer people? And please never say die.
You can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. Just search hashtag Dan Kelly Art. Commissions are open. I have just in the past couple of days surpassed 500 followers. I believe I'm at five. Yeah,
nice.
It's been a long road. I think I'm at 506 or 507 now.
Good job.
I am getting ready to choose someone to get a free commission. I'm just figuring out how I can actually do that.
I'll make it easy for you. Upper left corner. There you go.
So I will be on Monday. I'm going to be posting who the winner of the free commission is.
Fantastic.
And if they don't respond, then it'll be the next, and so on and so forth.
Well, guys, if you get chosen for that commission, think about what you want so Dan can do it for you. But speaking of doing it for you, Kevin, what do you do when you're not here or on Comic Character of the Week with the rest of these guys?
Well, that's an interesting question. In the greater scheme of things, I am not sure. But in this dimension of the prime material plane, in this iteration of the multiverse, I created a group over on Facebook called Comic Character of the Day, where we post a different character, and on Instagram. We post a different character, a different cover, questions, anything we find funny, news related to comic book geekery.
Yeah.
And we are not yet at 500 members. We're close, but when we get to that 500 threshold, we're going to be doing a giveaway of free comic book swag, geekery, coolness. And we would love to have you be the winner. So come and join us and get us to that point where we can actually push that forward. And we'd love to have you. Come and check us out. Now, that being the case...
16 members away. I just checked. We are sitting at 484 currently.
So close.
Not
but
bad.
Tim, what's up with you, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on all the socials. All you got to do is type in the Codex Station, and that is where we will be. Any one of your favorite social media platforms, including the devious Twitter. We're on there too. Like I said, go ahead and type in at the Codex Station, and that is where we will be. We also have a website where you can get super awesome merch, meet the team, and so much more. All you got to do is type in thecodexstation.com, and you can go there. But something else super cool needs to be said. Sal, I'd like to save 20%. How would I do that?
Well, I got the exact place where you guys could save 20%. You go over to Heroscornercomics.com. You can surf their site. You can find back issues. You can find graded slabs. You can find variants. You can find special editions. And if you use the word codex, that's CODEX, no hyphen, in the coupon code, you'll save 20% off that order. Plus, you can set up a subscription with them as well and get a percentage off of books through them as well.
Don't they have a codex bundle too?
There is a codex bundle. Yes, there is.
That's right.
I believe it's $30.
Yeah, and you get
I believe
3
it's
randomly chosen exclusives.
That's
Nice.
right.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
Speaking of codex, I personally am really looking forward to that limited edition T-shirt that we're going to be having in our merchandise store.
I don't even know what it's going to look like.
Oh yeah, it's going to be
I
awesome.
do.
I bet everybody but me knows. But you know what? We haven't heard the sultry seductiveness of our fearless leader, Jamie, and I think he needs to tell us a little bit more about Heroes Corner Comics.
Take it away, Jamie.
Everyone, if you're anything like me, you love comics, but you also love a good deal. And our friends over at Heroes Corner Comics have just the deal for you. From exclusives to back issues, graded slabs, current issues, and even set up a subscription with them. And all you have to do is use the keyword codex at checkout. That's CODEX, and you will save 20% store-wide. So don't miss out.
That's
Awesome.
wild. That's amazing. 20%, ladies and gentlemen, at heroescornercomics.com. All you got to do is use the keyword codex at checkout. And don't forget to check out that codex bundle too. So,
Yep.
Dan.
I would like to throw in real quick based on the comment that Tone put up.
Yep.
I would definitely buy a cologne called Comic Shop.
Yep. In a heartbeat. I think I can say that.
Smells like old comic guys in
Old
here.
comic books.
Tone, your words of wisdom make my heart flutter.
Ugh.
It is so wonderful. I miss
You know
you,
what's
buddy.
funny is I don't know if they I don't know if they still have it, but at one point Marvel did have colognes. I remember seeing them. You could get like America one and like Spider-Man, and this was a long time ago.
Oh, we miss you, Tom.
Started. I just remember like seeing them in the mall once and thinking like, why would I want to smell like the Hulk? Why do
Because
you like here smell like irradiated sweat?
oh my God, Dan Pulls, buddy, what do you got this week? Let's get off of Hulk sweat and talk about some comic sweat.
All right, so this week we'll start off. I have
Oh,
this.
hang on a second. Let me get you front and center here, buddy. Oh, that's not Dan.
Hi.
That is.
Hi. So we got Punisher War Journal base #1 of
It
1.
was interesting. It was a good read.
Yeah, the artwork is kind of but it's it ties into them what they're doing with the Punisher now and kind of not really retconning his pre-Punisher days, but trying to show it in a different light.
Mm-hmm.
The new issue of Thor #13.
Okay.
13?
What?
You said 13?
Or 31? I'm sorry,
Oh,
31.
okay. Dyslexia strikes again.
It lists Donnie Cates as a co-writer, but I don't think he really writes any of it. I think it's just like it's based on the story that he had set up, so they credited him.
Yeah.
I got this one from Image, Local Man #1.
Love that foil cover.
That's nice.
That's got big X-Men vibes.
Yeah, well, if you were a fan of 90s Image, this is a book to get. It's I actually read it already. The character, he was part of a super team and gets kicked off of a super team, and he goes back to his hometown, and his parents are like, "You disgraced our name." And they're like, can't you join with another team like Brigade or Cyber Force? And he's like, "Mom, I don't have cyber parts." And
Is that like a biography of Rob Liefeld getting kicked off before to Image?
so
Sorry.
So it like takes place in that whole Image world from then. So I don't know, maybe we'll see some of those characters guest star, but it's and just like the old Image books, it's like it's got the main story there, and then you flip it over, and there's the shorter B story. Then this one is straight up 90s Image in the way it's written, the way it's drawn, the character designs, everything.
Is that your book of the week?
It's not, but it was it was a really cool book. I got Junkyard Joe, the new one, #5.
Okay.
which has been a cool series.
Yeah.
Number 29, Something's Killing the Children.
Very nice.
The new She-Hulk, number 10.
I haven't read that yet.
I don't know why I say the new. All of these are the new.
Yesterday's
latest.
news.
Yeah.
The latest.
Deceased, War of the Undead Gods, number 6 of 8.
Ooh, very nice.
I've loved all the Deceased books.
I think it's getting about time to put that to pasture, though.
This is it. I think this is the last series.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this is where it ends.
Because Marvel Zombies should have ended after 3. And that should
But yeah,
have been
I think this is the last miniseries of it. Then who knows? Like 10 years from now, they'll probably revisit it. But
Probably.
fair enough.
Flash number 793.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the 1 Minute War has been a pretty cool
It has.
storyline.
Thank you, Tone, for agreeing with me on putting Deceased to pasture.
Yeah.
It's been good, but you know, there can be too much of a good thing.
Right.
You don't want it to wear out. This Lazarus Planet Omega, which I believe wraps up the whole Lazarus Planet thing, and then they're going fully into Dawn of DC after that.
I think there is one more that is on the books to come out.
Oh, is there one more?
Yeah, like some gods, something.
I know that they're doing. I did see them tease that in some of the books.
Yeah,
they are having another issue of Batman versus Robin come out.
Yep.
Which is taking place after all this, which I thought that was done when Lazarus started, but
no, you're right. Yep.
Yeah, and then this Blue Book number 1.
Yes, I wanted to pick that up.
Yeah, from Tinian and Michael Avon Oming. It was his Substack. I think this is what it's was. It Substack or what's the other one?
Bad Idea? No,
not Bad Idea. It's from Dark Horse, but it was something that he put. It was online, and they like did the book. The whole
like Comixology.
Comixology, that's
right.
It.
So Comixology must have exclusive with Dark Horse then, because they did the same thing with We Have Demons from Snyder and Capullo.
Yeah, which was also awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that's the deal. It's like they're going to put it on there first, and then wait a few months and publish it. Because I know Tinian, because I get Tinian's newsletter, and he had something that was like, "Oh, if you sign up for this deal, it's like $100 for the year, and you get to read all the books on here, and you get like 4 or 5 exclusive, limited, only can get them through their covers."
Wow.
And then this is my last one. This is my pick of the week. Superman number 1.
Very nice.
I haven't read Superman in a while. I kind of, I was reading it up until Bendis took over, and I gave it a little while, but I couldn't put up with Bendis Superman anymore. So
I
think the Dawn of DC, I think is going to be a good jumping on point for a lot of readers on a lot of these books. So I jumped back on with Superman. I heard good things, that Kevin had posted about it. The guy at the comic shop, said he loved it. I made sure to read it already, and it's fantastic. It's a great,
very nice
of a Superman book.
Very nice. Well, Kevin, why don't you go ahead and take the second round of this awesomeness and show us what you got for the week?
To be fair, once again, still recovering with my eyes, so I might not be able to tell you what issue number they are. But
that's fine.
You got Carnage number 10. Look at that. That cover is sick.
That's great. I like that.
Saga number 62. Because Saga's great.
I say it every time you guys show Saga. I have a hard time getting into it, but they have some gorgeous covers.
They do. Scarlet Witch number 3.
Ooh, look at that. That's a great Storm cover.
Yep. It's the Black History Month variant.
Yeah.
We got a variant of 1 Minute War Flash. That's a pretty cool cover.
Look at that.
Yeah, it is a cool cover.
We got Deadpool number 4, the Planet of the Apes variant.
Nice.
We got Lazarus Planet Omega.
Okay.
Lazarus Planet has been great. So This didn't come out this week. This came out last week, but I could. They my shop didn't have it. They had to reorder it, so I got Lazarus Planet, Dark, something dark.
Yeah,
Once again, can't really see.
it looks good.
That's the
Yep.
one I think that has Doom Patrol in it
Oh, sweet!
because it leads into the new Doom Patrol series.
I'm looking forward to that a lot. I love
Me
Doom
too.
Patrol. 3 keys number. I think this is 5.
Okay,
Cool cover.
looks good.
We got Amazing Spider-Man number 18 or 20?
20.
20.
20.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I had to get this. It was a variant cover. Amazing Spider-Man number 18.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Those,
that's nice.
those sketch covers they've been doing are cool.
Yeah,
Right.
that's nice.
And
DC the idea did one with Nightwing.
yes, that was cool too. So here's my problem. I'm not sure which of these. Oh wait, hold on one moment. I do have a different thing here. This is Superman Space Age number 3.
Okay.
Right. What? Show the back of that. Oh, that looks cool.
Oh, that's
Isn't that
good.
cool?
I love that like old sci-fi Superman stuff.
Yeah.
So here is my problem. I'm not sure which of these I want to make my book of the week.
Okay.
But we got
Maybe we can help you.
okay. We got Superman number 1.
That's a good contender.
You'll like it when you sit down to read it, man. You'll really like it, I think.
I'm looking forward to it. We got option number 2, Superman number 1. Option 3, Superman number 1.
Definitely Superman number 1, I would say.
Wait, you're not done. There's more
Okay,
options here.
Okay.
Superman number 1.
Oh, yeah, that one right there.
But wait. And there's also the option for
Oh
Superman
my
number 1.
God.
So,
So I guess it's going to be A, B, C, D, E, or F.
some options for
Go on
everybody
there.
out there.
Nice.
You know, I'm surprised. I talked with the guy at the comic shop. They're releasing a lot of sketch covers for these new DC books. They're starting with issue 1, and
Mhm.
I signed up to get all the blank sketch covers so I can draw on them. There was not one for Superman.
Ooh.
That's bizarre.
There's like Green Arrow, Titans, Doom Patrol, Superboy. Not one for Superman. I thought was
Right.
surprising.
Well,
Seems
Sal,
like a weird choice.
why don't you go ahead and take round number 3? Let us know. what
Okay,
you got
so following up, Kevin,
Yep.
welcome to the sun side of the planet.
Yeah.
You know?
for me. We're tidally locked, ladies and gentlemen. Tidally locked.
So, based on you guys'
Both said
recommendations,
no.
I picked up these next 2 issues because I want to try to catch up on the Flashpoint
Yes.
War. But this
Yeah.
was an
That is
awesome
such
alternate cover.
That is
Yep.
And let me put this right there. And I got this one as well.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
So I haven't read these yet because I want to try and get the full Minute War, and then I'll dive into it.
Read it all in a minute.
So Superman number 1, which I will agree, it was a great read and a definite pickup.
I'm going to
But-
have to get it. I saw it on the racks and I just passed it by for whatever reason.
It's a
But it
great
wasn't-
classic Superman book.
But it wasn't your pick of the week?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Let's get into it.
Oh,
it's very close. It's like a tie with the other book too. Anyhow,
Color me
so I picked up
intrigued.
this one, Batman Superman, World's Finest, number 12.
That's
I
a
just
great
love that
cover.
cover.
That's
Is
a great
Wade
cover.
still writing that?
Yes, I believe he is.
Yeah, he's doing a bang up job on it too. Doing real good.
But that cover is just awesome too.
It is.
8 Billion Genies, number 7.
Ooh, there we go.
Still an awesome series. Thank you, Tone, for turning me on to that. Hopefully, Tone, you're still on because I got something
Yep.
a surprise for you at the end.
He's still here.
I picked up the Blue Book, but I have not read it yet.
Oh,
I take
I've
it
got
you read
X-Men
it.
number
Warren?
19.
Yeah, I liked it.
So,
Oh, wow.
Cool
There you
cover.
go. Which one is that?
19.
Nice. Okay.
Wolverine number 30.
That's a cool cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good read. You'll like it. It's Wolverine at his best,
Nice.
being an asshole.
Being his
So
worst.
it's a
Awesome.
good read. Invincible Iron Man number 3.
Oh, that's a good
cool
cover.
Yeah,
That's
it
nice.
reminds me of the Venom cover where Eddie Brock's like
Yeah.
the face is like morphing onto the Venom face type of thing.
I haven't seen any Venoms in a long time. I think somebody like took the entire stock of
No, I
Venom, but
believe there's
there's
lots
no
out there. There's
store
lots out
has
there.
any Venom. I can't.
There's lots out there. Come on. All right. So I also have Amazing Spider number 20.
There you go.
And we're going with my book of the week,
Ooh,
Carnage number 10.
Carnage
nice.
number 10.
That is a
Okay.
dope
This
cover.
one, the story that's been going on with this is excellent. Really is keeping me riveted to the story. But this particular issue was just amazingly well written and drawn. So
All right.
this is my book of the week, and it just narrowly edged out Superman. Just narrowly.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. All right. So I got a little mail call action here.
Okay.
I picked up an Avengers number 17.
Oh.
I got it really cheap because there's some signatures like some kid wrote on it, but whatever.
That still
Okay.
looks beautiful.
It
That
does.
is
And the
nice.
book is intact. There we go.
Wow.
book is intact.
Jealous.
And I opened this up and I could smell the comic book shop in it. And
Ooh.
we were talking about cologne earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This has it. This has
Wow.
love that.
Right?
Love that
LCS after midnight.
it. Yep.
Love that old
Picked up-
comic smell.
What number was this one? Number. I can't tell. I think it's like number 86 or something like that. The drug issue.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is definitely a reader copy. I think I overpaid a little bit on this one, just because of the condition of the book, but it's hard to
Big-
find.
Big piece of
And-
comic history right there.
yeah.
Very big piece of comic history.
It is a cool.
All right, so that's the mail call. Oop, don't fall down, guys. Don't fall on the ground. All right, there we go. So, Tone, you're watching, right? Here he is.
Yep.
Well,
Tone's in.
bam.
Oh.
Picked up this slab.
Let's see that grade. Holy smokes. For a book that old at a 9.6, you got diamonds there, buddy.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yep.
that in your pick for
Dr.
one of
Doom?
the covers of Doctor Doom Doctor Doom comic character of the week?
Yep. Yes.
Tone's
Yes, it was.
response
even-
to that, Sal.
Yeah. So, funny thing is that this book was on my comic shop back when we did comic character of the week, and I just didn't have the funds, budgeted for it, and I had to just like hold out hope that it was still there when I had it, and of course it did, and they were offering a little bit more than average, so more than fair market value, and I kind of made an offer closer to fair market value, and the guy took it.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
That's very awesome there. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All
So
right.
that's it for
What
my
else you
books.
got? That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not
Because
the only
if I was doomed, this is Tone, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
'Cause if I was doomed, this is exactly how I'd be holding Storm. Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we
yeah.
all?
If I was Doom, I would be holding Storm, but I have another arm. I mean, I'm
I
Doom.
would prefer her more conscious. That's
Oh
just
my
how I
God.
feel.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
would prefer her more conscious.
I mean, touche.
Yeah, I think she was the only woman that was on the X-Men at that time. So unless he's gonna be like holding Wolverine in the other
No,
arm, or
Kitty
something.
Pryde was there then, but
Yeah, Kitty probably was there, but not in that story.
Yeah, but she wasn't. But she wasn't like part of the team yet.
Was that
Right.
that was pre-Rogue then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was still the all new,
Yeah.
all different team.
All right.
Right.
all right. Well, let me go ahead and bring this up in the rear. Sal, you showed an awesome slab. So I'm going to show something almost as cool, not as cool as a 9.6, but this is a 15 center. I got this from I'm Doom. I don't hold teenagers. That is true, Tone. That is very true. I got this from Wes in a group of books that I bought. I forgot to show it the last week I was on, so I'm going to show it now. It is the Incredible Hulk number 125 at a 6.5.
Ooh. Still nice.
Can't really-
That's still good.
Beautiful.
Can't quite. Oh, is that the Absorbing Man?
Absorbing Man.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go, Wes, showing that off. But now let's get into my polls for the week, and then I got on the hunt stuff that I want to share with you guys.
All right.
So Sal, if you don't mind, hold up your copy of Blue Book #1 if you have it handy.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think I do. Yeah.
If not, Dan, you've got yours right offhand, or Kevin, you've got
I
yours.
got
I didn't grab it.
Okay.
I think my shop is sending
So-
it to me.
That right there is my book of the week.
Nice.
I got that on the recommendation from somebody at my LCS that was talking about that here in the Knoxville area. That was completely sold out. I had to order mine on eBay. So there you go. That's my book of the week right off the bat. I'm waiting for it to come in, but I already read somebody else's copy. So there you go. Beautiful book.
I was going to say, if you got something that's sold out like that, you can always feel free to hit one of us up and see if we got it. My buddy does that. He'll message me like, hey, see if your shop has this, or I'll do the same with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Sal, I think you made that offer to me when I told you that when I told you to check it out, and you already showed me that it was in your polls for the week.
Yeah.
But yes, Tone, book of the week, Blue Book, hot as ever. And
It's an interesting concept. It's non-fiction.
It's great. It's awesome. Goes into supernatural lore, UFOs, things like that, all kinds of cool stuff I like. But
And there's
anyways,
a backup story as well.
yeah. But
Cryptozoology.
moving on to the polls I got. So first off, we have Sins of Sinister Part 2. This is Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. I will have to say I was not super happy with this. This was my least favorite out of the 3 I have. Only because it's a little confusing for me. They're doing a lot of 10-year jumps and things like that. So I haven't read X-Men in quite a while, so I'm catching up. And once I get into everything, which I'm going to get the Powers of X or the whole Hickman storyline, everything he did, I've got that on its way, so I can sit down over a month period and read it. But anyways, Sins of Sinister Part 3, Nightcrawlers. This one I really enjoyed. I really like the idea of what Sinister did, splicing Nightcrawler with a bunch of different other mutants, specifically, X-23, who is Wolverine, and Spider-Man's version in here was pretty awesome. But this one was my favorite of the 3. This is Part 4 of Sins of Sinister. This is Immoral X-Men, and the cover says it all. So
That's amazing.
I love Sinister. I love him in the storyline. I love his attitude. I love how mean he is and how much of a child he acts like when he doesn't get his way. So
I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler, if I may.
Sure, go
I
ahead.
heard that they spliced Nightcrawler with Domino.
Yes.
And with that, they have Kurt Wagner's teleportation.
Domino's luck.
That is broke.
Amazing.
Always appearing exactly where they want to be at any given time. I mean,
there's a cool part in this book where the Domino Nightcrawler, I don't know what her name is, but she takes a couple pot shots at her teammates that she's betraying, and she just shoots in the air, bamfs those bullets, and they go. Yeah, it's awesome. Great
brilliant.
Thing.
That's a great combination right there.
I like what you said. As soon as you said Nightcrawler and Spider-Man, that made me think, man, it would be awesome to see a team up between Nightcrawler and Spider-Man. Like, I think that would be a lot of fun, because the way that like Spider-Man moves, like the way he could be drawn with like the crazy kind of poses, it's the same stuff you could do with Nightcrawler, and they both have that kind of fun-loving kind of attitude at times. Like that would be a good team-up book.
And then having a character like that being able to stick to walls and have superhuman agility. Oh wait, no, that's already a thing.
Well, here let's move on. I've got 8 Billion Genies #7. I have not read it yet, but this is tops on my list to read.
good.
Then I have what you guys have already shown, which is Amazing Spider-Man number 20.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a variant cover that you guys did not show, and I really, really like this one. This is the Pim Particles variant for Amazing Spider-Man number 20.
Yeah, I love that.
That's amazing.
Scary.
Yeah. Big old Spider-Man climbing all over that building. Wonderful. Next, we have one of the Dawn of DC titles. This is Catwoman number 52. Aiko Hasegawa is Catwoman. And this is a DNA cover. So I'm curious to see what's going on with here. Catwoman's a title that I really enjoyed when it just started and as it went through. So I'm kind of curious about that. We have She-Hulk number 10. Dan, I haven't read it yet, so
I haven't either.
that's on my list.
Is that the new She-Hulk?
Yeah, brand new. Yeah, not. Yes, Sal. It's new. But let's go on with some stuff I got for hauls. This is what I found at my local comic shop. Is all of it there? Yeah, every bit of it, with the exception of the X-Men at the end that I got in a mail call. So, what if number 84? What if Shard had lived instead of Bishop?
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
So, and that's old sound, not new.
Mhm.
Then we have Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 129, black suit.
Oh, I love the black suit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love all this old stuff. This is
Mhm.
amazing. What's the year? 87.
Oh,
And then we have Spectacular Spider-Man number 135, where Electro actually wins.
Mhm.
Yeah, this I think is before Sal Buscema came in to do artwork.
Yeah,
Or
I believe you're right.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like his though. Might be. He might have just started. Either way, this is a title I'm working on, and I'm only missing 19 issues, I think, to complete the whole run.
Mhm.
Not counting annual number 4, which is the first official appearance of Batman Beyond in DCU.
Oh,
So this is Superman Batman number 46.
nice.
Yeah, got that there. And then we have number 54. Batman getting some Bane action going on there. Superman trying to stop him. Yeah, there's that. Then we have annual number 1.
No, that's a cool
Yeah.
cover.
A reimaginary story. I love the titles for some of this stuff.
Mhm.
So awesome. And annual number 2. So what is this? The Man Who Stole Superman's Powers. Interesting to read that. Then we go back to the last volume of Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't have this issue, and I love the cover. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 5.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
gorgeous. Absolutely enjoy that. Let's go to Marvel Team Up, number 140. This is the issue before what is considered the stack of issues for the first appearance of the Black costume. So this is 140 with Spider-Man and the Black Widow. Still a great cover.
That is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Marvel Team Up number 141, ladies and gentlemen, is the first for Marvel Team Up for no, One Bad Day Clayface. I haven't seen it yet.
As much as I love Batman, like there's so much stuff I want to get that
Yeah.
So much about
I
man.
don't have the money for, and those one shots that are that are a couple bucks more.
Yeah.
Just,
They're worth the read, though. They're worth
Just
the read.
waiting for the box set. It'll
But
come out in
let me-
a few months.
Now, as you guys know, I am. Oh, go ahead, Sal.
Before you jump into that Spectacular Spider-Man was a Sal Buscema. He was on there 2 issues before.
Oh,
So he did what was 136? He did 135 and 134. So 134, I think, was his first one.
Okay, so I'm right there at the beginning then.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome. And Sal Buscema lasted for quite a while on
Oh, yeah.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was his work, love it or hate it, but his work was the premiere for Spectacular all the way through the 90s.
Mhm.
Right.
But as you guys know, I am fast working on a full run of Uncanny X-Men.
Mhm.
As of right now,
Aren't we all?
right? As of right now, I have a full uninterrupted run of Uncanny X-Men from, I believe, 236 to 544. Let me double check
Nice.
that on
Nice.
CLZ. Yeah,
I still got you beat.
236 to 544. I know, I'm working on it.
I still
But
got you
let me
beat.
let me show you some of what I got in a mail call, and then I got a couple really awesome books to show you guys. This is Uncanny number 154. This is the origin of the Summers family.
Mm.
So
Oh yeah.
Yep.
there's that. That's Pete Claremont right there. Then we have, I believe this is first cover appearance of Lockheed. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sal, but this is Uncanny number 181.
Yeah, that's the first cover of him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I
there's
love
that.
Lockheed.
I do too. Very awesome. Classic cover right here. Classic storyline. Who will lead the team? Uncanny X-Men
yes.
201.
Oh,
There's a book to be slabbed. I want to get that one slabbed. Let me tell you.
This I think with a clean and a press, I think this is a good, and Wes will be able to tell me when I run into him later in the week. This will be a good 9 to 9.4 candidate, I think.
Nice.
And it's
Nice.
newsstand on top of that too, which
That's
doesn't make a difference during this time period because direct was harder to find.
That's a great score, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Here's another one. Uncanny X-Men, come on, mess with us. Make our day.
Oh,
Issue
yes.
number 210.
I love that.
Yeah.
And not only is that just a great cover, but that was like one of the coolest issues like
This
I've
is
ever read.
Early John Romita Jr. work too.
Yeah, I was
so,
gonna say I'm not a big Ramita fan, but that is a really cool cover.
yeah.
Is that the one where Colossus breaks Riptide's neck?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
No, that was during the Marauder series
Right.
run. I think that's
so
a
that's
little
after
earlier.
that. No,
Yeah,
it would have to be
That's-
after because the Fall of the Mutants takes place,
Yeah,
I
that
think,
was-
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
after.
the
yeah.
next
Okay, you're right.
issue, 211, the 25th
Still.
anniversary is where it starts. But let's go with a classic Silvestri cover here. This is Uncanny X-Men number 246. Enter the Master Mold.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah. Now I've got 3 books that I want to show you that I think you guys are going to love. Not that book. It was in the Mutant Massacre. Yep, Tone, that's exactly right.
Thank you,
So-
Tom.
So take a peek at this. Paid $25 for it, a little more than I should have, I think, but it was worth it to get it. And I think this is a solid 9.6 to 9.8 candidate, and this is going to get sent in. And it's newsstand too. This is the first full appearance of Doomsday, Superman the Man of Steel, number
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I
Very cool.
couldn't pass it up.
No,
And,
yeah.
and to support my local comic shop, I will pay over fair market value by a certain margin because I know the money goes right back into the shop and it goes to a place that I enjoy going to. So I don't mind to do that. But check these out. So do any of you guys know who Damian Wayne is?
Who?
Yeah, exactly. So Batman number 655, here is his first cameo.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and this book's gonna just climb in popularity.
Yep.
But I
That's
think
cool, Tone.
I
Sorry,
think
that's
this.
cool. Yeah.
Hey, I thank you, Sal. Thank you. I was thinking of you when I bought it, but I was thinking of me when I bought the next one, which I think is going to be the sleeper book. And this is so this one is the first full or the first cameo, right? This one's the first full, and I think this one's going to be the bigger of the two.
Yeah, probably.
Not a classic cover like that one, but this is first full. I think this one's gonna jump up pretty soon. Yeah. So first cameo and first full.
Nice.
Not bad.
Very
I paid 45 for the cameo and 35 for first full appearance.
Nice.
So
I got those when they came out just because I was reading Batman. So now is one of those things where you got to look at it like, do I want to sell it and make the money when the price spikes? But then I'll have that gap in my run. And it's like, well, I'm gonna sell it and make the money and then wait for the book to cool off and buy it again, or
I would wait. That's what I would do.
Wait until the Brave and the Bold series comes out.
Oh no! I mean, I wouldn't
Ooh.
sell it now. I'd wait for, like I'm saying, like when the book blows up in value, it's like, do I sell this and and hope that eventually the price goes down so I can add it back into the collection? Or
If you think about it, you've got plenty of time to get one now
yeah,
for a decent price that you think could be a potential 9.6 or 9.8 candidate, ship it off, and then sell that.
well,
Yeah.
there's other ones too. Like I remember Wes on one of the shows a while ago was talking about how he's picking up all the copies of Wonder Man #1.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
But and I don't remember what the issue is, but the first appearance of his brother Grim Reaper, I think, is going to go up because they're rumored that they cast someone to play him as the villain in the show.
Definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our polls and or hauls and mail calls for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did, showing some awesome books off for you guys. But we're going to get into a topic of the week this week. And the first one we're going to talk about is multiverses. And Kevin, you and I were talking about this before the other two got on, and I really, really want to hear your opinion first. But to give everybody kind of a rundown. So multiverses, right? Alternate timelines. You have the Marvel 616. That's the main timeline for Marvel comic continuity. And for DC, what is it? Earth 2 or Earth 1? I think it's Earth 2, right?
I think they're Earth 0 now, right?
Yeah,
Earth 0. Okay, so there you go. You've got one linear storyline for DC, one linear storyline for Marvel, and then everything else branches off. You've got the what if stuff, you've got the Elseworlds, you've got Earths 0 through 52 or more now. Well, there is more now because Mark Waid did a whole little thing during Dark Crisis where the Flash kind of visited a whole bunch or looked at a whole bunch and designated them with numbers. But Marvel's got all their different numberings and all that stuff. Image does multiverses. Other companies have done multiverses and things like that. It is all over the place, like Schrodinger's cat. There's all kinds of different possibilities, different opportunities. So let's talk about that. And instead of going into what we like about it right away, Kevin has a different opinion, and I think you should start us off with that, and we'll branch from there. Like
this might be blasphemous. Sorry,
yeah, exactly. Nope, go right ahead, Kevin. Take it away. Tell us how you feel about multiverses.
This might be blasphemous, but stop. It's convoluted as hell. I do enjoy alternate stories, but it's getting way too much. I mean, DC has just announced that, like, it's not multiple Earths, it's infinite Earths. There's so much that they could do and tell the stories, and that's cool. Marvel, like, I love the what ifs, but the ultimate and then Age of Apocalypse, and it's too much. Instead of going all balls to the wall with everything.
It's a good Accept song, by the way.
Thank you. Condense it and just tell a story of the main universe. Focus upon telling the linear story of the main universe. I love the what ifs, but they're one shots and they're fine and they're entertaining. But when it gets to DC with like Crisis on Infinite Earths and Identity, every 5 minutes, resetting and rebooting everything. Right. It really comes across like we don't know what we want to do. We don't know what we're doing. I'm glad that they're cleaning it up. I'm glad that they're cleaning it up and starting like fresh with everything. But it's a lot. It's too much. It gives.
I get that feeling sometimes, like when you see all these alternate storylines, and I can see you nodding, Sal. Absolutely. It seems like a convoluted mess, and it can get very confusing because when you see them books on the racks, like Sins of Sinister is not in present day, it's 10 years from now. So that's a alternate storyline on its own, but I definitely understand that. So Kevin, do you have any other thoughts on multiverses before we move along to how Sal feels about it?
Just the idea of it comes across sometimes where the writers are like, we don't really know what to do with our story, so let's come up with something completely, utterly different. I mean, I'm going to be blasphemous here, but Hickman is particularly guilty.
Easy.
I know. Where he's
Tim's
like,
got that eject button ready.
My fingers hovering over, guys.
but he takes like, okay, we want you to do this title, and he takes it and he's like, let's take everything about it and flip it onto its side and do something completely different and ignore everything that's come before. And you don't have to go completely next level with shit. Like, I liked Future Foundation, but like let's keep Fantastic Four as Fantastic Four. I don't know. It just seems a bit like he tries to push the envelope a little bit too much.
Okay. Sal, why don't you go ahead and take it from there? How do you feel about it?
All right. Well, I kind of, excuse me. I kind of agree with Kevin. It does get convoluted and confusing. I felt like the Dark Knight's Metal whole scenario or whole storyline just kind of like lost me. I loved the Dark Knight's Metal, and then all of a sudden it went on to another version of it, and then another version of it. It was just weird. Like, I was picking up an issue going, oh my god, do I have this? I'm like, no, why don't I have this one? Oh, part of a whole other section of books I don't even have yet. But on the flip side of that, I do like some of the alternate timelines, like Age of Apocalypse, and I like how that went and then stopped and reset it back to where it was back in the beginning before it started. So I kind of like that. I want to say that story where it went off the trail, went off the rack, and then it came back and fixed itself, and everything moved forward. So I do kind of like that. I love the what ifs. The what ifs are just awesome to me because there's a lot of things in there just are awesome. So I can't bash the what ifs at all. I never liked the minus ones. You remember the minus ones?
Yes.
Series?
Flashbacks.
The flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay,
I felt those were kind of weird and kind of like shoehorned in or forced in. I didn't like them, so I kind of felt like they were just not part of the. They like Kevin said, the writers got stuck on something and had to oh my god, we got a deadline. Let's do a flashback. That type of thing.
All titles get flashbacks.
Yeah, right, and part of it is I think they're trying to get on the edge because they're trying to increase readership or maybe gain back readership. So they push the edge of the envelope so much that they paint themselves into a corner, and then they get to that spot and they'll be like, "Oh, where's the reset button?" And
bring in Hickman.
And then they have to reset the whole universe or reboot. Excuse me, reboot the whole universe to start off with another volume, and then everything's back to normal. And Batman's now Batman again, and he doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't use a gun. Where that last universe, all of a sudden he's killing and shooting people. So it's like, So that's how I feel. I feel like it's good, and I like a lot of it. But I feel like if they do push too much, or they push that edge of the envelope too much, they have to reset.
And then they go next level with it. Like, okay, let's do dinosaurs. Okay, let's make everybody robots. It's like, come on, man.
Are you bashing the Transformers? Are you bashing the Transformers? I'm bashing.
I'm bashing
doing Avengers one where they all have mech suits.
Mech, that's what I'm bashing on. Avengers mech. And
are you bashing the Avengers mech suits?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Why does Thor need a mech suit?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Why would Thor want a mech suit? I would love a mech suit. Come on.
Dan, I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion, and then I'd like to hear yours right at the tail end of this. So I like alternate universe storylines. I like multiverse storylines. I like different timelines. The what if titles, the stories I think are wonderful. I love most of them. Some of them I don't think needed to be done. I can't think of any right offhand. Oh yeah, I can. Dark Ages, because they didn't end it right. But anyways, the multiverse stuff, I enjoy that because they can take the whole universe, put it in their little pocket dimension, and do whatever they want to with it, like killing characters that can't or won't stay dead in the main titles, the main storylines, like the 616 or Earth Zero or whatever the case may be. I don't like it when they take too many liberties and they just completely obliterate everything. Like Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. I like that up to a point, but I think it just got a little too ridiculous. And the same thing with Punisher kills the Marvel universe too. And I know, God, who's the writer? I'm gonna get stoned in the streets for not remembering the guy that did Preacher. What the heck is his name? Thank you. I know he hates Marvel with a passion, and he made Scott act like a complete and total jerk after Frank Castle's family was obliterated in Central Park, and Scott's like, sorry. What do you want me to do? And then he gets his face blown off. But anyways, the point is I enjoy them. They're stories that I kind of look forward to. I love Dark Ages until the last issue. Marvel's is a great alternate look at like through people's eyes on how everything goes through. The What If stories, What If Wolverine were Lord of the Vampires number 24.
That was great.
That is one of my personal favorites. Kingdom Come and Justice, both from Alex Ross. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Universe X. I mean, the list goes on. I enjoy them, but I don't like it when they take too many liberties, if that makes any sense. So, Dan, give us your thoughts on this. How do you feel about it?
I like the multiverse stuff. You know, I grew up. Some of the books I really like getting was those, you know, where they would do that annual crossover between the Justice League and the Justice Society.
Oh, wait, Dan, let me interrupt you real quick. An angel from above has graced us with his presence, and I just want to let you know that Jamie is watching right now.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie, we love you.
What's
we
up,
missed
Jamie?
you.
What's going on, boss?
Okay, Dan, go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, so yeah. I remember, like, I like those JSA, Justice League crossovers they used to do annually. And yeah, like DC used to have the Elseworld stuff, which they don't really do anymore. But like, I mean, I know there was one you really like, Speeding Bullets, that you
I love it.
Of. Yeah, like I like that.
Let me show you how much I love it.
Nice. Cool. But like was it Justice League The Nail? That was a really cool one. And
I haven't read that.
It's fantastic. That's one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite Elseworlds.
Ooh, okay.
The year that DC did all the Elseworlds annuals, and like the year that did all the Armageddon 2001 ones, and
I really still have to read Holy Terror for Batman Elseworlds.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, those, and like how Marvel used to do the What Ifs, like I really like all that stuff. I don't like how they feel like now, like, oh, we have to incorporate it all. We have to make all of that part of it. Like you said, the Flash, you know, they did the one book where the Flash was running through and like designating, you know, numbers for all these worlds. And if you've read all the stuff, you're like, oh, that's this Elseworlds book. Oh, that's this one. Oh, you know, this one, that's the Marvel DC amalgam thing.
What World 1996 is the amalgam.
Yeah, 1996 amalgam.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, these books are cool and they're fun because, like you said, you can go in there and you can you can subvert characters, you can do anything you want, because it doesn't affect the main timeline, which is great. But like I said, I don't like this obsession where it's like, oh, we have to find a way to tie all this into here and going back and forth. Like, you know, Age of Apocalypse, one of my all-time favorite stories. They did that the right way. Like, we're stopping all the X-Men stuff. We're going to do 4 months of this, and then we're going to go back to X-Men. But hey, there's going to be a couple guys from this book from this storyline.
You had X-Men Alpha before all of that took place, though, and then Prime to cap it off. Is that right?
Yeah, but they had a couple of the characters from Age of Apocalypse that became part of the Marvel universe. But like
X-Men, Dark Beast,
Blink,
Sugarman,
Sabretooth, and Wild Child. I believe they were
that
on
was later on.
Yeah,
they were part of this excellent book that Marvel used to do called
The Exiles. Yeah,
Holocaust.
That was cool because that was like that was
Abyss,
a book that was set. Yeah, that was a book that was set like. It didn't really cross over with anything else. Like that was its own book, and it just went from different world to different world. But it didn't affect anything in the greater Marvel universe. Like it was self-contained, which is I think how most of this stuff works best. What if they're all self-contained? Elseworlds, it's all self-contained. All of that stuff, and and yeah, it's cool to see it cross over with like the regular universe occasionally, but. Yeah, I think they overdo it when they have to, like especially DC much more than Marvel.
Yeah,
when they have to make it like constantly. Oh, we've got this multiversal team that's like Superman from this world and Captain Carrot and like Flash from here and Green Lantern from here, and like we have to tie it all in constantly all the time. Like no,
well, and on top of that, you've got the
kind of things.
You've got the main world above, and then you've got the dark world.
Yeah, and that's a whole other thing too. Like, but like you could put out a ton of this stuff and just have it be its own thing, and you don't have to tie it in to everything else.
I have a devil's advocate point with that too, though. Is there's sometimes they'll do a story, a multiverse story, where it's like. Yeah, they tell the story. It's like it's not connected to anything, and there are times where they tell that story and it's not connected to anything, and you feel like, well, then what does it matter? It didn't connect to anything. Like, it didn't mean anything. It does not connect it to anything. There's no point. It was a cool story, but there's like no reason for it.
Well, to me, that's the point. Like, it doesn't. Not everything has to connect. Like. We're reading these comics because we want to read good stories. So if this other thing doesn't connect, if it's a good story, that doesn't matter. Just if it's a good story, that's all that matters. And it's cool to see them cross over occasionally, but you take away the specialness of it when you have it constantly doing that. It's not unique anymore. It loses. It loses the excitement of like, just like a character dying. Oh, okay, he'll be back in 6 months. Like, they're crossing over with this world again. Like, it's not special anymore.
Right, but sometimes.
Final thought on that, Kevin, and then we'll move on. Go ahead.
But I agree. It's fun because it's not connected to anything. But sometimes, depending upon the story, it can come across. Based upon how it's told, it can come across as hollow and disingenuous and irrelevant.
Very true.
Anyway.
So, with that being said, excuse me, dry throat. With that being said, it's been real hot down here, and then it got really cold, and all the moisture is up in the sky now. It's going to come back down tomorrow, and it's horrible. But anyway, Sal, take this one away for me, if you don't mind. Favorite multiverse title and or storyline. This will be our final topic for the night.
I'm going to go with Age of Apocalypse. I'm going to go with that. I mean, I like that. I liked how it started, went, wrapped up, and was back to the original timeline like nothing ever happened. I love just the full package of it. So I like that.
Okay, Dan, what about you? Favorite multiverse titles and or storylines?
I would have gone with Age of Apocalypse, but since Sal already said that, I will go with.
You can say it too. It's okay.
Well, I mean, let's get a few thrown out there for people to check out. I'll go with I guess probably Kingdom Come. If that, I guess that's still. I guess that counts as a.
It is an Elseworld title.
Even though they have somewhat integrated over the years. But
it's right on the trade paperback and on all of the 4 books that were released in shelves.
Like there were some like 1-issue ties and stuff here and there, but and they're fine. But you don't really have to read them. Read the 4 issues. It's fantastic. The artwork is gorgeous. Like it's got stuff that happens in it that when it gets to the end, you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. It's got so many Easter eggs in it. Like it's such an amazing story. It's so much, it's so great. And then I'll also throw an honorable mention out to Amalgam.
Ooh, right on.
Yeah, that's something like Kevin would say. It doesn't really, it doesn't have any consequence on anything. You could never read it and you wouldn't miss anything. But it's super fun to read, like Dark Claw Adventures,
Iron Lantern.
Yeah, Iron Lantern, and and like you see the thing, like Superman and Captain America mixed as a character, and like Doom Patrol and X-Men, and like some of them that were weird, like the Punisher and Wonder Woman, and like
bullets and bracelets.
But like it was just fun.
Yeah.
It was just
fair enough.
It was just popcorn fun.
Spider-Man and Superboy.
Yes. Yeah. What was he called? Just Spider Boy? Is that right?
Spider Boy. Yeah.
I've got all of them. It's just
I do too.
Fun. I'd love to see him do it again.
My favorite out of all of those is Doctor Strange Fate.
Okay.
Yeah. Speed Demon had probably the best cover.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Doctor Strange Fate was my favorite cover out of all of them. But hey, Speed Demon was cool too. You see, what is it? Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, and the Flash mixed together. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Kevin, what about you? Favorite multiverse title and/or storyline that you?
I gotta say, my favorite of the Amalgam was Doctor Strange Fate as well. That was so cool.
Ooh.
But I gotta go with Injustice because
they
told such a. Because they had like they had Injustice 0, Injustice 1, 2, 3,
I think
4,
5
5.
years. Yeah.
So they pushed the envelope. They told a really detailed story in that usually they gloss over a lot. A lot of the multiverse things, they kind of gloss over a lot of specifics and just kind of tell them like, okay, this is the story, and they kind of put it into like this.
They give you a condensed history real quick, and then they're like, okay, here's what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Injustice was really a very broad story with the specifics. Like they established that, I'm not trying to spoil, but like they established that like Batman doesn't really have people that he looks up to in the main thing. They don't really touch upon that, but like they actually had the Joker looking at a picture of the Justice League meeting up with the Justice Society. He's like, what is that look on Batman's face? And he looks over it and he's realizing that it's like next level admiration for Wildcat. It's like, oh, and it's like, oh, that is so cool because it's like a detail that they usually gloss over in most stories. So Injustice was a really very cool story that encompassed a lot of shit. I thought that was great.
There you go.
The video game came first, right?
Yes.
They did the video game, and then they did the comic, and then the comic was so popular that they just kept it going, right?
They did so the video game came out first. It was done by NetherRealm Studios, same people that did Mortal Kombat, and they did Mortal Kombat vs. DC, which is also a good game. Great alternate universe video game right there. And then while the series was running, they came out with Injustice 2, which is also good.
Yes.
So let's see here. Sal, you've given yours. Dan, you've given yours. Kevin, you've given yours. Let me go ahead and give mine.
Place your bets. Place your bets. I already know what you're going to say.
You already said it. You already said it.
What if Wolverine were Lord of the Vampires? I did decoding panels on that. It's one of my favorite stories. It's I recommend everybody go check it out. Yeah, definitely. And Superman Speeding Bullets. Those two are my super duper. Those are my top two. They rotate between 1 and 2. Everything else is below that. But Injustice, I haven't read all of that. I've read some of it, and I've played both games. Love that storyline. Dan, I agree with you 1,000,000% that Amalgam is just an absolute fun read.
It is.
I think everybody should go find those. A lot of them you can find in dollar bins. Some of them are only a couple bucks more, but they are definitely worth your time checking out.
And they'll probably never be reprinted or collected.
Ever.
So We'll have to get them as single issues.
Yeah. Kingdom Come. I think Kingdom Come is one of the greatest comic stories ever written.
Yep.
And I think if anybody wants to get into serious comic stories, Kingdom Come should be on the top of the list. Age of Apocalypse, Sal, I agree with you 110%. I was in the middle of that growing up, buying it off the shelves and all that stuff. And it was wild. And I loved every bit of it. But I think there's two that are alternate universe that I don't think anybody's mentioned yet.
I know what you're going to say. What if Aunt May was a herald of Galactus?
Definitely not.
What was she called? The Golden Oldie?
Oh my
Isn't
God.
that what it was?
I think my favorite issue is when she marries Dr. Octopus. Yeah. And Frank Cho's cover of that. It's beautiful, gorgeous. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. But anyways, no, the two I think that haven't been mentioned that definitely need to be is The Dark Knight Returns and Watchmen.
Yeah.
That does. I don't think as Watchmen is a alternate universe thing, but
it is though.
They introduced them into DC recently.
Yeah.
Originally, yes, it was separate, but
So
that
would be the one
the Batman Flash, the button.
Yes.
Made it canon. So
but
think how different that could have been if he got to use the characters that he wanted to use for it.
Right. Dan, do you know off the top of your head what characters he wanted to use?
Yeah, I know. It was right after DC got the Charleston characters, and it was shortly after that, and he wanted to do the book with them. And DC basically said, "No, we just got these characters. We don't want you to kill them,
obliterate them,
ruin them." And they said, but one of the editors said to him, this story would have more impact if you would be better if you create your own characters, because then you can do whatever you want. But it was Rorschach was going to be the question. Dr. Manhattan was Captain Atom. Night Owl was Blue Beetle.
Okay.
I can't remember
the comedian.
Ozymandias was I forget who he was.
Do you know who the comedian was going to be? I don't know offhand.
I don't remember. I can't remember all of them. But basically, all the pretty much all the main characters of Watchmen were just were based upon characters that they had bought from Charleston.
Wasn't Silk Spectre Black Canary?
No, Black Canary was a DC.
She was already established DC.
Okay, so who was the Silk Spectre?
I can't remember. I know Judo Master was one of them. That might have been the comedian.
Fair enough. Well,
I can't remember all of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's something you can look up after you read the epic 12-issue series that is Watchmen. So with that being said, gentlemen, I think it is high time for us to go to our own timelines and enjoy the rest of our Saturdays. And what a wonderful show. What a wonderful bit of topics and some awesome polls, hauls, and mail calls tonight. But before we get out of here, Kevin, what do you do on Facebook when you're not doing stuff here on Codex? Please let everybody know where they can find you.
I usually just scroll and watch Reels and Facebook Watch, or take a look at Marketplace to see it. And I also created a group on Facebook called Comic Character of the Day. It's also on Instagram. We post a different character, different question, cover, news, funny things. And we are so close to hitting that 500 mark where we're going to be giving away free, cool comic booky things.
How many are you away? 16?
16. I've given away individual issues before, but this time I'm going to give away a trade paperback set of something cool. So join up and get your cool geek on with us over at Comic Character of the Day over on Facebook.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
And also on here, the Comic Character of the Week podcast, which we will be doing tomorrow night.
There you go. Yep. Jamie will be back for that. You guys will be the fearsome foursome once again.
And we'll be doing his character that he picked this time.
And what would that be?
Are we allowed to give it away?
Yeah, go ahead.
At this point, tomorrow, probably.
Go ahead.
We're going to be doing Jason Todd, the Red Hood.
Wait, what? I thought we were going to be doing Chip from Green Lanterns. Shit.
Kevin can't see very well, but his wit is as sharp as ever, ladies and gentlemen. Dan, speaking of stuff that's sharp, what do you use to do things for people? Please tell them what you do and where they can find you to do it.
Like Sal's got above me and the scroll below me, you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. Search hashtag Dan Kelly Art. I post my art and music a few times a week. Commissions are open. Yep. Tim is rocking my band shirt, Never Say Die.
Never Say Die.
Yeah, check it out on there. Post a few times a week. And yeah, I just hit 500 members, so someone is going to be getting a free commission, which I will announce it on Monday. So you still have time to get in and possibly be one of the people chosen at random to get one.
I'm pretty sure Dan's going to go on there on Monday and be like, it was me.
And
I'm getting the free commission, guys. Nobody else. I'm going to commission myself.
And when we hit 500 members on the comic character of the day Facebook page, I'll throw something in on that too. Maybe a sketch cover or something, or just some random comics I have lying around. I'll throw in on the giveaway as well.
Well, there you go, Sal. Beautiful, heavenly lit Sal. Let us know what you do when you're not doing stuff for Codex, and where people can find you.
All right. Well, first I'm going to say I was not there on the night of the 14th of the murder. I was completely in a different spot. 50 people saw me. They all signed affidavits saying I was with them, so I'm in the clear.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
The check hasn't cleared for my alibi for you, man. Where's my cash?
Kevin's having technical difficulties.
So you can find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner, and on also under Instagram of the Slab Guy 77. I don't have that many followers yet, so please like and subscribe and sign up.
When he hits 500 subscribers, he'll give away a slab.
Yeah. Knife safety, ladies and gentlemen.
Knife safety is always in effect.
Yes, and you need to watch his stuff. It's really good, especially the shorts. The shorts are awesome. Check them out.
You will be super jealous when he does his shorts of his slabs and be like, I wish I had that book.
I want to see a short of the shorts. That's what I want to see. But ladies and gentlemen, all of us here at Codex, we have socials. We are on them. All you got to do is type in at the Codex Station, and that is where you will find us. Your favorite social media platform and or streaming platform that you're watching us on right now. Do what the ticker down below says: like, share, subscribe, and follow. It definitely helps us bring more long form content like this directly to you several times a week, and it pleases the YouTube and Twitch gods and demigods and lets them know that we deserve to be shown to more people just like you. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have a website. That is www.thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. There's awesome merchandise on there, super cool stickers, coffee cups, and so much more. You can also meet the team and find all the links to everywhere Codex is on the super cool interwebs. So once
again, there's going to be a special limited edition t-shirt celebrating our own Tim.
I cannot wait to see it. I know.
Can't wait for you to see it.
I've got money set aside so I can buy at least one a paycheck.
I'm gonna get it slabbed. I'm gonna go get it slabbed.
I can't. This makes me want to see this even more. Holy smokes!
Sal's gonna have it on his wall like the football players when they get their jerseys framed.
I'm gonna buy one for every week so that way.
How the hell was a t-shirt of 9.8? That makes zero. Okay, whatever.
Sal would know.
I would know.
It would have been a perfect 10.0 except for the little Cheeto stain on the bottom.
Right.
Oops. But that's like Tim's signature. That's the signature verification of Tim.
All right, ladies and
Put your
gentlemen, we're
finger
gonna
in the
get out of
Cheeto
here. I got a
powder and
big
like
bag of Cheetos that I'm gonna go
All
eat. Some
right.
stale Mountain Dew to pour all over the first cameo of Damien, because that don't mean anything. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We enjoyed your time with us. We hope that you enjoyed your time here with us as well. Once again, my name is Tim. Down below is Kevin. Over to him is the beautifully talented Dan Kelly, and up above is the heavenly lit Sal, the Slab Guy. This is Codex After Dark. We are the Codex Station, and we will see you next time. What button do you push? Oh.